My name is Terry Martinez. We are in Lincoln, Nebraska. I was raised by a single mother. Went through school as much as I could, but always got expelled. I looked to my uncles as my role models. In my early youth, I went to spend weekends with my cousins, and my uncle believed in not buying them gifts for their birthdays, but buying them tools and lawnmowers and things that they could use to make their own money to buy their own tools. And them were great times because they expressed family principles and examples that I enjoyed. Before I really acknowledged it, my mother later told me that at age 5, my uncle used to bring me home high. Another uncle who I looked up to, he would go in and out of prison. And I thought that was just something to be proud of and something to look up to. He showed me how to, intravenously use cocaine. And there were just troubling times that really led me on a bad path. Of course, they were my decisions. Some of the darkest times, I remember, going back into prison, and I decided to write my kids a letter of apology. And I broke down and I explained to them, that I love them and my decisions were not revolving around anything they did. And this was one of my toughest times, is knowing that I had broke their heart, knowing that I was trying to make it up, and knowing that I was begging and pleading for this relationship with them. I think a breaking point and a really time of reflection for me was, I was in Jessup, Georgia. It was a federal prison, and I'd seen my kids grown, knowing that they had grown up without me. I was already working on my 9th grandchild, and I just said it was enough. And I had worked in so many different jobs throughout the institution, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna find a job in the chapel. And I did that, and I started working on a relationship, not religion. I'd known religion all my life. I've known religion from my youth, and I started working on a relationship with Jesus, and that's what changed my life. I made that commitment to myself that I wasn't gonna come out the same person as I was when I went in, and I felt that was the responsibility of my own integrity, to not allow this thing to define me, this place of confinement, this incarceration. And I felt it my responsibility to work on myself, to utilize all the programmings that I could find to become a better person, to grow myself intellectually, spiritually, and physically. I made that commitment to myself that I wasn't going to come out the same person as I was when I went in. The Lord put on my heart that I needed mentors, so I started going to different Bible studies. Celebrate Recovery community is extremely important today, to have men that I can call, be accountable to have a church family. My day has to consist first and foremost with God. I have to have a structured day with prayer and Bible reading, because I know throughout my past experiences that if I lead my day, that my day doesn't turn out right. Today, I'm the Program Academy Manager for Prison Fellowship Academy. I'm preparing myself to go to Tecumseh State Prison to help build hope in men to become better individuals and to reconnect them to families and make better decisions throughout life. I could go to church with my grandkids, and it's just one of the wonderful feelings. My smallest grandkid, I'll walk up and he's like, "Papa, Papa," and it just brings me so much joy that, it doesn't matter who's in the crowd, he can scream out for me, and that brings me great joy to know that I've built this relationship with him and all my grandkids, or even to know that I'm accepted by my kids, because I haven't always been. I had let my kids down so many times, and to know that they could call on me at any time brings so much joy. And so I am married, and marriage life is different for me. I'd lived so many years with men, and now to have a wife who I can't talk to like she's a man, and I have to be sensitive to her feelings and sensitive to her emotions, but I have to see her in light of God's child, and it's the most wonderful thing to learn this new principle. This life that I live today, it could be lived by anybody. It takes us just commitment to want something better and to apply ourselves to a different principle and a different model of living.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I want to encourage you, please subscribe to Prison Fellowship's YouTube channel. You can be on the lookout for more content all year round.